and a cross pattern are pretty gross. I wouldn't play with those either. I skipped those every single time. And I really prefer not to play around with Ruin at all. A lot of the modifiers that don't affect the boss, a lot of the modifiers won't affect the boss. So, for example, the Ruin Ghosts will be present during the boss fight, but the Ruin that's applied by monster special hits is not applied by the boss. The arena being smaller doesn't apply during the boss fight. Rare monsters getting extra modifiers doesn't apply during the boss fight. All of those don't apply during the Trial Master. So there's some trial and error there, I suppose, to like play around and figure out which ones don't have any impact. All right, since I know some people are gonna ask, I did come up with a low-cost version of this strategy as well that I made a PoE planner for. And it is this. It's very different. So we drop the Catalyzing Scarab. This one, it goes bye-bye. And because of that, we don't care about going full map mod effect. I still took the Quant just because like it would be nice to get more Scarabs from monsters in the maps, but you don't have to. Same reason I took all of the Scarab nodes everywhere I could. But as you can see, I've taken Nico, I've taken Packed with Energy and Mining Byproducts, and the idea here is that we would come over here and instead of this very expensive Ultimatum Scarab of Catalyzing, we would use a regular old Sulfite Scarab. Guarantee Nico is in every map. It's pretty expensive point-wise to get enough points to guarantee Nico is in, and it's not like there's really anything super valuable you would want to do with that other Scarab. And we've just forced Nico into our maps. We get Mining Byproducts, so we're getting 3% max all res, we're getting 105% increased damage, 45% increased move speed. We're still guaranteeing ultimatums with the ultimatum wheel here. Now, you'll see that we only have like 90% chance to have ultimatums or something like that. The chance to get ultimatums in your map is, here we go, 90%. The chance by default is 8%, so that's 98. And then we use some of these blocker nodes. You only need one. That puts you at 100. You're good to go. Now, in this one, because we are spending so little on the map, I am only taking these two, slaughter them all and protect the altar. And then if I were to run into a survive the assault or conquer the stone circles, I would not even do that ultimatum at all. I would just immediately skip it. And then other than that, it's largely the same setup. It really is just, you know, we don't need the map mod effects since we're not mass farming catalysts, and so we might as well take all of these, worthy of the past, future, and present, try and get more div cards, more raw currency, and more unique items out of the deal, and then we could still fight the boss at the end, still take Brave the Tower and get a free stack of random catalysts from him, and maybe that can be duplicated, or some other stuff can be duplicated by Prove Yourself Worthy, get a little bit more extra stuff out of Stand Your Ground, although, you know, you can drop this since you're not taking the Catalyzing Scarab. You don't necessarily have to take this. It does make it a lot more difficult. That gives you some more points to wiggle around with elsewhere. As for how profitable this low-cost version of Ultimatum is, I don't know. And I don't really care to know, because Ultimatum is, like I said before, a bigger RNG slot machine than Ritual. Your mileage is going to vary if you don't use the Catalyzing Scarabs, and that's kind of the point. You might have maps that make you basically nothing, just a bunch of garbage corrupted rares, and you might have maps that throw divine orbs at you, or like actual valuable uniques like Mage Blood. You never know. Alright, so that is Ultimatum. It is absurdly profitable. I'm blown away by how profitable it is. But do I want to keep doing it? I don't know, maybe. I think I probably will keep this passive tree set up, and I'll keep some scarabs on hand. As you can see, I've got a lot of the scarabs available, so I probably will do this some more. I think it's clearly an